So two companies, Tesla versus NIO, right? Which of them is a better buy right now, right? So both of these companies are in the electric vehicle space, right? One is pretty much focused in the US, right? For Tesla in the US, and for NIO in China itself. So both of them are leaders in their countries, all right, in the electric vehicle field. We've seen sales, profit revenues, going through the roof as well for these two companies. So in fact, I actually like both of these companies. So I want to dive into these two companies in terms of the charts, right, to see where are they now and what are some of the potential levels we can try to get in again, all right, to accumulate and to ride the longer term uptrend. So both of them are pretty much in a good uptrend, and Tesla have come deep a bit, but it can kind of like presents a good opportunity. And NIO has been going on a bull run, right? And I think the uptrend can potentially continue further. So we're going to look at these two companies from the charts. I'll do a quick analysis before we dive into the system itself that I have to kind of get a view of where we are in terms of the system. Are there any entry or exits, or can we potentially hit higher, right? So this is what will be covered right now for these two stocks, Tesla versus NIO. So guys, this is Tesla right over here as of the 4th of November 2020. So currently trading at about $423. So in fact, for Tesla, we have covered it somewhere in early October. We kind of rebounded to around that, 460, 450, and there was some profit taking because the US market weakened, right? So we are seeing, the market selling off due to, concerns or volatility during the US elections and some uncertainty, right? So that's where the market also off, and Tesla was, weak as well. It came down to around like 400, 390 and kind of rebounded, right? So just want to do a quick analysis for Tesla. You can see that right now, in terms of the trend, okay, we're seeing some really good support at about the $360. So $360 was initially the resistance that we've seen somewhere in July, all right, August, and we kind of broke up and headed to about $500 and came back down. Of course, the price has adjusted downwards due to a stock split, all right, but this is the current price. So we kind of traded to about $500, came back down, and right now it seems like we are rebounding, all right, from this $360. So Tesla, I would say, it still looks good in terms of the mid to even long term in terms of the uptrend. Look at this, right? The 100 days moving average red line is still sloping upwards, and it kind of coincides with this $360 as well. So anything above 360, in fact, I think we kind of headed to about 380, and buyers came back to push it back up. So that's where we can potentially rebound towards that 480 to 500, and then we might see a bit of profit taking again, right? So this would be, I would say, the consolidation range for now, probably about 360, 380. All right, let me just draw some upside targets from about 360 towards that 500. This will probably be the range, I would say, in the short to mid-term over the next few weeks or maybe next few months as it consolidates. But we want to see it really kind of break that $500. I think if that $500 were to give way again, that's where the uptrend can continue further, right, to probably like 600, 550 and all that, right? But right now, that would be the range. So guys, before we look at the system for Tesla to see what it says, are there any exit signals and all that, I would appreciate if you can give me an early thumbs up so that it can help the YouTube channel as well, and thank you so much for doing that, right? So let's dive into another stock called NIO, right? And NIO is also one of the electric vehicle companies in China, pretty much focus on sales in China itself. And NIO has been doing really well. In fact, it's one of those companies that I really like. We have kind of looked at it a few months back and started to push up and up. So let me just pull out NIO right over here, right? So NIO, N-I-O, that would be the chart for NIO right over here. So when we look at NIO, just a few months back was like around that $20, $25. Let me just go ahead to analyze this chart for you right over here. So one of those really good uptrending counters, NIO, all right, sales of electric vehicles in China, something like Tesla, all right, and this is kind of like really ruling, all right, the space in China itself for electric vehicles. Okay, so it has been like pushing upwards since like June, when the uptrend really started to form and take shape. Right over here, we kind of broke above the $10 level, right? So you can see it kind of like consolidate from like $10 to around that $15, $16, and then started to break again and started to consolidate from like $15 to $20 and started to push up. So you can see that it has been forming what we call a very, very healthy uptrend. So it kind of like breaks above a level, consolidates for like a month or two, and breaks again and continue to push up, and that's where the uptrend continue. All right, so in the long term, you look at this, right? The red line, 100 days moving average, is kind of like sloping upwards gently, and this blue line, the 200 days moving average, is also sloping upwards gently. So pretty much in a good mid to long term uptrend. And of course, in the short term, we did see some consolidation, as I mentioned, over the past few months since like July, August, before it pushed up. So the green line, I'll look at it, the green line is the 20 days moving average. It has been sloping upwards very gently as well. And prices right now are like kind of above this upward sloping green line. So in the short term, it looks good as well. Of course, we might see a bit of profit taking. It might come back down, retrace a bit, and buyers might come back again. Right? And that's exactly what we saw. Okay, so this is 𝐮𝐬 right over here, currently trading at about $35.50. Right, so let me just go ahead to draw some upside targets for 𝐮𝐬. I think it is still very strong. All right, we might see a push, all right, towards that $40 mark, and that's where we can potentially see a bit of profit taking. And right now, let me just raise the support. So you can see that over the past 3 weeks, we have actually consolidated from like 25 to probably about $30. Look at this. Let me just zoom it in for you. Right, so about $25 to $30, and same thing, right? So it's like a $5 range, so 20 to 25, 25 to 30. So when it kind of broke that $30, right, just a few days back, it broke that $30, and that's where you started to see that push, right? The buyers coming back again, pushing up, and it's currently at $35.50, right? So we might consolidate from like 30 to 35, but it seems like it's kind of like breaking that 35 and potentially heading to that $40. So that would be a new support level for now. I would say the $30. Let me just remove these few support lines so that it's not so messy, right? So this would be the range for 𝐮𝐬 right now. For probably about $30 would be a very good support. We might even raise the support to about 32. It seems like that is a bit of a higher support forming as well. All right, and the uptrend looks good for 𝐮𝐬. I think this is one of those counters that very, very strong uptrend. In fact, I think there's a lot of upside if it consolidates and push up, consolidates and push up each time. That's where you can see it slowly pushing up all the way to like above 40 to 50 and 60. And yeah, I mean, we don't know how high it can go, but so far it looks good, fundamentally strong as well. We're seeing sales increasing, all right, quite a good rate in China as well. I think they have kind of like a record number of sales just a few months back. All right, and this company is also like backed by the Chinese government. I think invested like $1 billion last year. Let's take a look at Tesla and 𝐮𝐬 from the system that I have to see where are we. Are there any exits from the system? Okay, so here is Tesla on the 1GT, all right, one good trend system that I have. They kind of like filters out stocks for us and kind of like guides us on when to get in and when to get out. So we kind of like have an entry and exit signals on that. So this is Tesla. You can see that since May, right over here somewhere in May, we did had a bullish entry. We got an exit when it kind of push up a bit, and then we got another entry signal somewhere in June, 29th of June, started to push up, exit, came down a bit. We got another entry, went all the way up somewhere in September, and we got an exit. That's where it kind of sold off as well. So the most recent, I would say, entry and exit would be right over here, a bit of a consolidation, so not much of a move. You can see we got an entry signal here, kind of like exit here, kind of about the same price. But right now for Tesla, it seems like we do not have any entry signal. So yeah, we might potentially see an entry coming back in the next few days. I would say, I think it kind of like rebounds from that $400, which is what we are saying. We might actually see an entry signal and then potentially heading back up to $500, like I've shown you just now. So quite a good play for Tesla as well, even though there's no entry signal. We might see it in the next few days. Right, so this is Tesla. Just want to show you what it says on systems after having those entry and exit over the past few months. Okay, so let's take a look at 𝐮𝐬, all right, and see what does it say on the system. Is it different from Tesla? So 𝐮𝐬, NIO, right over here. And this is 𝐮𝐬 here. Same thing, quite a good uptrending counter, and right over here we got an entry signal, right, on 1st of July, somewhere we started to push up. We got an exit, all right, another entry, push up a bit somewhere in September, so another run. And most recently, guys, look at this, right, on the 29th of September 2020, all right, so just about a month back, slightly more than a month back, right over here, as I mentioned, it was consolidating from like that $15 to $20, $21. It kind of broke above that $20. So that was when we had a kind of a bullish 1GT signal, and it just kind of push up and up and up, and right now we are currently about $33, $35. I think I'll push up a bit, all right, so about $35. So right now it seems like for 𝐮𝐬 there isn't any exit signal. All right, so yes, as I mentioned, we can potentially hit to like that $40, and that's where we might see a bit of profit taking. I'm not too sure whether we might see an exit then, but it looks good. Right? Even though we have an exit, there might be another entry signal. So 𝐮𝐬 is one of those really good uptrending counters. Same thing like Tesla, but Tesla saw a bit of profit taking and some consolidation. But NIO, it seems like there's no stopping it for now. It's kind of like consolidating, pushing higher, and that's a very, very good, healthy uptrend. So, as long as some of the key support levels hold, like for now, it'll be like $30 I think NIO looks good as well. It's one of those companies that you want to have in your portfolio, right, to ride the trend. Of course, you have a system like this to kind of guide you on when to get out. That would be good as well. So there we have it, guys. We have covered Tesla and NIO, all right, on the charts and on the system as well to see where we are right now. So I hope you have liked this video, and if you do, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and of course, smash the subscribe button if you have not done so, right, so that you will be alerted to some of the stocks that we cover like this, right. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.